everyone, Black Country Vlogger here. I'm wearing my Black Country Vlogger t-shirt. This might be a vlog, this might not be a vlog. I'm just recording it anyway, just for memories. Hashtag making memories. Yeah, me and Jane are off to a museum down in Surrey. Typically, I've just totally forgotten the name of it, but I'll add it down here, or yeah, or something like that. But yeah, it's down in Surrey. It's got airplanes, classic cars, all that kind of thing. But the main reason we're going is because it's got Concorde. Now, we have seen and sat in Concorde in New York, and that was a really good experience. So when we found out that there's one here in the UK, we thought we'd go. So it looks like you get to see Concorde, you can sit inside Concorde, and they've also got a Concorde experience, which I assume is like a simulator, and it pretends that you're flying in Concorde. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Jane's a big fan of Concorde. She's always wished to have been able to have flown on it, but obviously that ain't going to happen. So this is kind of the next best thing. I'll see where I can film. They might not allow filming. I ain't got a clue. I might forget to film because you know what I'm like. But for now, I'm going to get myself ready. I think it's a 2.5 hour journey. That's going to be fun. So yep, see you later and try a bit. I just checked my tickets. It says Brooklands Museum. You'd think I'd have looked beforehand, wouldn't you? Forever the professional. See you later. Do you want to come with us? Tell me now. Do you want to come with us? Don't ignore me. Thank you. You coming with us? You coming with us? Don't like the camera, do you? No. What? Who's that? Who's that? Licorice. Licorice. Whoa. Do you want to come with us? Do you want to come with us? Do you want to come with us? No, you want food, didn't you? Right, so we've made it to Brooklands Museum. Here's the details for you for the opening times. So it cost us 20 quid per person to get in, and the Concorde experience is an extra 6 quid each, which to be honest is a bit of a bargain if you ask me. Right, here we go. Right, so as you know, we've come for Concorde, but they don't just do Concorde, obviously. They do planes and different cars. Sorry for the wind noise. No, I'm not really into the Grand Prix or anything like that, but you can't deny the fact that these vehicles aren't really impressive. So yeah, we're just going to go inside and have a look. So you know, obviously these are the ones that I'm more used to seeing. Your more standard Formula 1 GP cars. One in the old days when you could advertise cigarettes. So yeah, this looks like to be one of the more modern ones. It's a Mercedes-Benz EQ Silver Arrow, and I only know that because it says it there. That's nice. It is actually quite nice. Gosh, I've only been here a few minutes, and it's definitely one for you petrol heads who really like your cars. There's a lot of history, there really is. In there you've got like Bugattis, Alfa Romeos, loads of other really old cars again. They all seem to have a bus museum as well. We're not going to get time to go all the way around because we have literally just come for the Concorde. But I think it's definitely going to be worth another visit, especially if the weather gets better. I'm just showing you the outside of the building for some weird reason, just while I'm talking to you. But yeah, we'll go inside and have a look around again. Yep. So yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of old classics. I know nothing about them. If it was a computer, I could tell you. But like I said, you can't deny they're really impressive. They've got some motorbikes as well, so I'm just going to go and have a look at them. Okay, let's start with the penny farthings and stuff.
Look at all that.
And obviously the more modern motorbikes, well not modern, but more modern than a blooming penny farthing. That's nice. Bit better than the ones Dan and Olive used to use on the buses. But yeah, that's nice. And yep, some more classic bikes. Right, a couple of more cars, but then we're going to have to go and shoot off because it's nearly time for Concorde. So we'll see you at Concorde. Yeah, sorry it's a bit windy. But yeah, like I said, lots of some buses. They've got a bus museum. And there she is. British Airways Concorde. I'll try and find some photos and stuff of the one that we saw in New York and I'll add it to the video. But yeah, the ticket that we've got means that we can actually go on board. And there's an experience as well. And it's very windy. Yeah, sadly we'll never get to fly on one. Couldn't have afforded one even if even if they were still flying. Yeah, we'll find someone and take it from there. There you go. Concorde in all their beauty. You can.
1974, at the start of a test program that would lead to Concorde's airworthiness certification. That's the model of the new
one day you'll write on it, okay?
A minute, you need to watch these displays as well. These displays here are giving you your height and speed at all times. If you're lucky enough to have flown on Concorde, you want to know when you're about to go through the sound barrier.
We're now flying supersonically. We've joined the over 2.5 million passengers who've flown faster than the speed of sound on British Airways Concorde. 30,000 feet, and continued climbing up towards our service ceiling of 60,000. At that height, you're on the edge of space, where the sky gets darker, where you can see the curvature of the Earth. You're travelling faster than a rifle bullet, 23 miles a minute, a mile every 2.5 seconds. You can actually feel the aircraft getting warmer and warmer due to friction. We're travelling so quickly that if we took off in the spring or the autumn when it was dark in London at 7 p.m, you'd travel across the Atlantic and see the sunrise in the west. Concorde was a design icon of the 20th and 21st century. She was clever, she was beautiful, she was a great technological achievement. She could do things that no aircraft could do then or now. But it was the people that made her really special. The designers, the builders, the people that operated the airplane, those that flew in her. It's those people that will ensure that Concorde will live forever.
You have an engineering background? Is that
Yeah, I've been involved in Concorde since 1971. I worked on the undercarriage, I worked on the Olympus 593 engine as well.
So that was the Concorde experience. I'll talk more about it later when it's far this week today. Yeah, that was fun. On our way out, there's some more classic vehicles. An old British ambulance. Wow. Geez, if you're crashing that, you'd need another ambulance, wouldn't you? Yeah, short and sweet visit. I think next time we'll plan for the whole day. Go when the weather's a bit nicer. But for now, quick review. Definitely recommend the place if you like your planes, your cars and your buses, and you've got an interest in the history of engineering and vehicle manufacturing. We're just going to go to the shop now, souvenir shop, buy some bits and bobs. Yep, and there goes the wind again. Yeah, I'm going. Try a bit.
Prince of Wales didn't know anything
Across the roundabout, second exit.
Everyday things like rent and clothing, prices have gone up again.
There we go, there's another Concorde.
5.5% last month. An inquiry has been launched after a woman and her 11-month-old daughter died in a crash in Shropshire. Their grey Ford Focus collided with a lorry on the A41 yesterday morning. Police say an HGV driver involved in the crash is not
See you, Brooklands.
not looking for anyone else.
Try a bit.
Scotland
Try.
joined Wales in offering more time to adapt to coronavirus.
Hiya. Well, we made it back. 2.5 hour journey. Traffic was bad. Weather was terrible. Thanks to Storm Dudley. Yeah, it's lashing it down. But yeah, I've got taken my black country flogger top off. Just chilling now. Waiting for a pizza to turn up. So that's nice and healthy. So yeah, the Brooklands Museum, I've really done it a disservice because after being there, realise it's actually a very important place in British history. I've had to write these things down because there's no way I was going to remember them all, but this is just a little bit of what they've contributed towards. So, you ready? So at Brookfields, it was actually the place where there was the world's first banked motor racing circuit, and that was in 1907, and it closed in 1939. And apparently a lot of all the other banked motor circuits that you see around, they're actually based on that original one. That's impressive. It was Britain's first airfield. Let's try saying that with your teeth in. It was also where they constructed a lot of military planes during the war, such as the Hurricane. But they didn't just do war planes, they actually manufactured like an absolute shitload of planes. The chap who was talking to us said it was the largest manufacturer of aircraft in Europe. like just shy of 20,000 aircraft or something like that. And obviously, as we all know, it's where a lot of Concorde stuff was done. So I found out it was actually the site of the initial meeting between the French and the English, where they all met up and decided what they were going to do, and then came to an agreement, and then that was like the birth of Concorde. And the place itself, Brooklands, is I think I keep calling it the wrong thing, but yeah, it's where the Brooklands. They made like at least 1/3 of all Concorde had something that was made at Brooklands, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's really, really, really impressive. And now, don't we now stiffing the camera? Yes, move. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to pause it because I keep calling it the wrong thing. I'm sure I do. Brooklands. That's what it's called. Not Brookfield or anything like that. It's Brooklands. Very impressive place. I definitely recommend you going if you are into cars, F1, Buzzies. They've got a Buzz Museum there, which we didn't get to see. I think it's separate, but it's nearby. Anything to do with aviation, World War One, World War Two, or just general aviation and Concorde as well. We didn't get a chance to go around as much as I'd like to have done. I didn't really anticipate there being as much there as there actually was. Like I said, I really did it a disservice. I should have read more upon it. Yeah, I think we're going to go back. We'll go back when the weather's a bit nicer. Spend a lot more time having a look around. I think you can also do a Formula One experience as well, so that looked pretty cool. But yeah, let's get on to the Concorde experience. So, as you all know, we went on Concorde when we went to New York. It was the same but different. So the Concorde in New York was a place called Intrepid, and they had a lot of planes and stuff as well on show. And the Concorde experience there is literally, you go on Concorde, you sit down, they talk to you about it and the history, and they give you some like funky facts, like this is the one that the Queen sat in, and it's where they did the world's longest golf putt or something like that. And also as well, you could see where on its very last flight, because Concorde expands and contracts as it travels due to the heat. So when it expands, area of the nose, the captain and the crew put their caps in between the gap. So then when it all cooled down, it trapped the caps, so that you can't get at them now. So they're still there. So they're kind of like stuck in time, which is really impressive. But it was really good. We really enjoyed the New York one. Now, this one was the same but different. So you got to go on Concorde, but the back of Concorde was all done out, so it's extremely educational. So it gave you the history of Concorde and all of its flights and all that kind of stuff. You could see a lot of memorabilia as well that was actually on the Concorde itself. Then the other half of the Concorde was more like what we saw in New York with all the seats. And so you got the opportunity to sit down, and it was like a simulation. So you saw a TV screen, which you've seen on the video. Obviously you've seen on the video because this is the end of the video. But yeah, so it's all simulated, so the chairs vibrate and the noises are made, so it feels like you're actually flying. And that was a nice touch because you didn't get that in the New York one. And the chap who was doing the tour as well, he was so knowledgeable. He knew everything there was to know about Concorde, and he made it really interesting. The only bit that spoiled it, and I'm going to sound like a complete shit now, but I'm sorry, there were kids there and they just would not bloody shut up. And I know if I'd have had a kid, I'd have probably been just as bad, but yeah, I just wish they'd been a bit quieter. I was trying to listen to what was going on and all the facts and stuff, but hey, that's just me moaning and being miserable shit. But as a whole, for £6 as well, I definitely recommend doing that. Like I said, it's 20 quid entry. There's quite a lot to see. I don't think we saw even half of what there was that was there. So yeah, I'm going to cut this video short now because my pizza's coming. But yeah, thumbs up to Brooklands Museum. Yeah, it's 2.5 hours away from here, but I suppose if you live in the London area, it's not that far away. think it's junction 11, just off junction 11 of the M25. But for us it was a bit of a journey. It's coming from the Midlands. But yeah, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you've liked it and enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, this is an impromptu video. I just thought I'd try out my phone vlogging for a long period of time, see if the battery lasted, because obviously it's Vegas soon in 30-ish days time, end of March. But yeah, for now I'm going, having my pizza, to a bit.